Council for the City of Snellville, Georgia for Monday, March 14th, 2022 to order. We'll start with the invocation by Kelly McAloon.
Let's bow our heads, please, for God's blessing. Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening in thanksgiving for all the blessings you bestow upon us. We have so much to be grateful for living in this country, in the United States. Please bless this city council with wisdom, guidance, and direction as they make decisions every day for this city and for what's coming forward for the city. And just help them and guide them daily. Bless all the staff and all the citizens of Snellville as well. We ask that you protect all the men and women who serve on our police department and keep them safe as they perform their job duties each day. Please bless all the men and women who have made an impact on others. And I meant actually in this to say all women, seeing as how we are celebrating National Women's Month. And bless all those who have served in our military. Continue to keep our world in prayer, especially the Ukraine and all our military troops that have been sent overseas. Bless all those less fortunate and in need of our prayer. In your name, amen.
Thank you, Kelly. And now we'll have the pledge being led by Terry Corey.
Shall I come up here? Okay, thank you. And thank you all for standing with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
And now we have under ceremonial matters a proclamation. We have City of Snellville Proclamation 2022-03, a proclamation recognizing women's veterans during Women's History Month. Did I say that right? A proclamation recognizing women veterans during Women's History Month. I felt like I got the emphasis on the wrong place. Whereas, throughout every period of the history of the United States, women have proudly served the country to secure and preserve freedom and liberty for the people of the United States and its allies. And whereas women have formally been part of the United States Armed Forces since the establishment of the Army Nurse Corps in 1901, but have informally served since the inception of the United States. And whereas women have served honorably and with valor, including as soldiers disguised as males during the American Revolution and Civil War, as nurses during World War I and World War II, and as combat helicopter pilots in Afghanistan. And whereas in Georgia, it is estimated that 90,382 women have served, including 5,619 who reside in Gwinnett County. And whereas the Snellville City Council wishes to honor and pay tribute to the women in our community who have selflessly served and for some paid the ultimate sacrifice to defend our freedom and security. Now therefore be it proclaimed that I, Barbara Bender, Mayor of the City of Snellville, where everybody's proud to be somebody, do hereby join with the City Council and the citizens of Snellville during Women's History Month to honor women veterans who are heroes and an inspiration to our community, proclaimed this 14th day of March 2022. And I would like to offer my thanks to Miss Gwen Galloway Salazar. Gwen was the one who emailed me about doing a proclamation for women's veterans. She is a woman, she is a veteran, obviously a woman, and she has served in the armed forces. And so I thank you for bringing this forward to me. And if you'd like to come up, and if any other women veterans are in the audience, if you'll come up and we'll get a picture. And now we'll move on to the minutes. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the minutes of the February 28th, 2022 meetings.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There is a motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. We have no invited guests or committee or department reports, so we'll move to the approval of the agenda. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve tonight's agenda with a few changes. Under new business, items C, D, and E, all nuisance abatement actions will be moved to the consent agenda. Item F will be deleted since that nuisance abatement has been resolved. And we will be adding under new business, item G, election of mayor pro tem.
Okay, there is a motion with some adjustments to the agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. Essentially, what we just did with those 3 items, C, D, and E, under new business, they're all nuisance abatement actions on some properties that we have not been able to get the homeowners to acknowledge and take care of. And so we're going to approve a nuisance abatement order so that we can start pursuing them in court, and the city can start working on cleaning up those properties. And all we've done is taken each one of those items and put it under the consent agenda just to shorten up the meeting a little bit. So now we will move on to our public hearing. We have one item. Item A is the first reading, so there will not be any action tonight other than waiving it to our March 28th meeting. It's our first reading, LUP 22-01, consideration and recommendation on a proposed amendment to the Snellville 2040 Comprehensive Plan future land use map for the 23.61 acre parcel, 5100-065, and 18.04 acre parcel at 5100-023 from commercial retail to Highway 78 East Activity Node. Is there a motion?
Motion to waive the first reading of LUP 22-01 and place it on the agenda for the March 28th meeting for a second reading and public hearing.
There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. And just to clarify, clarify what this is, we're changing our future land use map on this piece of property. It's down at 78 and Rosebud Road where the Kroger was going to be built. We're just changing the future land use ability or to be included under our new UDO as a activity node. So it lets people know more of what we would like to see being developed on that property. This is not a rezoning. The property owners have not come to us. There's no applications pending. So this is just a city initiative to change future planning for that property. With that explanation, we have a motion to waive the first reading to place on our next agenda and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. Now, under consent agenda, we have 3 items: consideration and action on nuisance abatements of 3 properties: 1570 Summit Pond Circle, 2945 Emerson Lake Drive, and 1626 Summit Glen Circle. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
There's a motion to approve the consent agenda. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. We have nothing under old business. Under new business, we have item A. I'm nominating Terry Corey to the Planning Commission for Post 3 with an expiration date of June 30th, 2022. He'd be serving out an expired or someone who had resigned their post. So that's my my nomination. I ask for council's confirmation. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. And Mr. Corey is here tonight, so if you want to step up here and we'll get you sworn in.
How are you?
If you wanted to follow along with,
Well, sure.
you can raise your right hand.
I will
Repeat
do that.
after me. I state your name.
I, Terry Corey,
Do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Georgia,
the Constitution of the State of Georgia,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Snellville,
and the Charter and ordinances of the City of Snellville,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
and that I will, to the best of my ability,
faithfully perform the duties of Planning Commission
faithfully perform the duties of the Planning Commission
during my continuance therein.
during my continuance therein.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, we have item B under new business, consideration and action on award of bid for the annual lawn care maintenance contract. Is there a motion?
Motion to award the bid for annual lawn care maintenance to Visionscapes in the amount of $56,340.
There is a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
So motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 6 in favor with none opposed. And then we have one new item, item G, Mayor Pro Tem election. Is there a motion?
Motion to nominate Dave Emanuel for Mayor Pro Tem.
There's a motion to nominate Dave Emanuel. Is there a second?
Second.
So motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. That is 5 in favor. Any opposed? An abstention? Congratulations again. And now that's the end of our regular business meeting, so we will go into council reports, and we'll start with Solange Destang.
Hello, everyone. I want to congratulate Don Brett on his opening of the kitchen, which will be a farm-to-table experience. I'm happy that he now opens it up to non-paying members to dine at the country club. I want to wish him lots of success, and I will visit him soon with my family for the much talked about dining experience. This month is Women's History Month. Shout out to all the women out there building up other women, to all the women out there trying to love themselves, to all the women out there fighting for more. I see you, I hear you, I stand with you. Happy Women's History Month 2022. On this note, I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Get home safe, and I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Ciao.
Thank you, Solange. Todd Warner?
Oh, good evening, everybody. It's good to see a nice full room again. Tomorrow night, our District 3 County Commissioner, Jasper Watkins, is holding a community event at the Gwinnett Justice and Administration Center at GJAC over at 75 Langley Drive. It starts at 6:30 and runs till 8 p.m. He'll be fielding questions from his public. It'll also be simulcast on Facebook Live. So if you can, please go out, see your elected official. He does excellent work, I believe, for District 3 Gwinnett County. He's been a joy to work with on a city level, and he, like we, need your input in order to know exactly where to go. So, oh, wait, that may be taken wrong. As far as direction to take the county, yeah, don't go there trying to tell them where to go. Along those same lines, this is an election year, not for us, luckily, but for many of the elected officials at county level and state level. I was very gladdened to hear that our own state representative, Rebecca Mitchell, has signed up to at least try to be our state representative again. She also has been an exceptional public servant, and I look forward to hopefully working with her another 2 years. But you may not know that in Gwinnett County, well, in Georgia, our judges are actually elected. I don't know about y'all, but I try to stay away from judges as much as possible, which is great, except for when you have to elect them. So they are having a meet and greet on April 2nd. They're smarter than I am. They didn't do it on April Fool's Day. And that will also be at GJAC, the Gwinnett Justice and Administration Center, and that will run from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. And everybody who is on the ticket to run for any judgeship should be there to answer your questions, to meet you, and hopefully you will go and find out more about the people who actually will make decisions, pretty weighty decisions for some folks. So please, if you have a chance on April 2nd, go to GJAC and check that out. Again, it's from 1 p.m. till 3. Thank you very much. Y'all have a good evening.
Thank you, Todd. Councilmember Linsky.
The Citizens Police Academy is having a fundraiser tomorrow night at actually all day tomorrow at Mellow Mushroom. So please go by and purchase some excellent food from Mellow Mushroom. And a portion of the proceedings go for an excellent cause, Citizens Police Academy. We've been able to fund some additional resources, including our dogs as well. The raffle tickets are available from 11 a.m. to 1 for sales. No. 11:30 to 1:30, and then 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. You do not have to be present to win, which is great. So, hoping to partake in some excellent pizza tomorrow night. On Saturday, we have our monthly Snellville Youth Commission meeting, and it's going to be called Money March Madness. So we're looking forward to getting a little more of the entrepreneurial spirit for our young people. On this past Saturday, I had the honor and unique pleasure of speaking on behalf of an excellent candidate for our school board, District 4, Dr. Alexis Williams. I have also had a pleasure of teaching 3 of her 6 children. All of her children are amazing individuals, Dr. Williams has been here before council presenting with her student ambassadors that she has led at South Gwinnett High School. She has done wonders for the South Gwinnett PTSA as co-president along with her husband. And I fully endorse her candidacy for District 4. Gwinnett County Public Schools needs some common sense decision makers on our school board. So I'm hoping that when you do your research and think about who it is that you really want to put your support behind, that you will see she is the absolute most outstanding candidate who completely understands the importance of education and supports academic excellence. May 24th is election day for school board, so just keep that in mind. Thank you.
Thank you, Christy. Gretchen Schultz?
This Saturday at the Snellville Farmers Market, our community garden will have live plants for sale. This will be the first of 4 markets that they plan to sell plants that they have grown in the greenhouse. They've been lovingly nurtured all winter long, including this past weekend. We had to move a couple thousand plants out of the greenhouse, and thank you, Butch Sanders, for letting us store them in the storage room for 2 days. They survived. We were able to save them. This is the main money maker for the community garden. At this first sale on Saturday, they'll have mostly cool season vegetables. They won't have things like tomatoes yet, but this Saturday they'll have cool season vegetables such as leaf lettuce, spinach, Swiss chard, arugula, bok choy, broccoli, chives, and mint, oregano, parsley, rosemary, and thyme. All the plants are priced at just $2, and that's for normally a 4-pack. Sometimes it's for a 6-pack, and sometimes in the case of some plants that are larger, it's for 1 plant. But you won't find a better deal, and you won't find better plants, I don't think, anywhere. And I thank the greenhouse team. There were 9 of us that moved all these plants on Saturday morning in that wind and cold, and we were able to save them. I want to point out that this Wednesday at 3 o'clock at Public Works there will be a dedication of a dogwood tree to Alan Snipes. Thursday. Oh, because of the weather. I didn't realize that the date had changed. Thursday at 3 o'clock. He was a very valued member of our public works staff, and he will be honored with the planting of a dogwood tree. So I did want to point that out. And I did want to also point out a recent death in our community that some of you may not be aware of. Her name was Charlotte Williams. Her mother-in-law was Elizabeth Williams, for whom our existing library and our new library will be named. Charlotte was so proud that library will have the Williams name on it. She just was very, very proud of that. And her funeral will be Saturday at Snellville Methodist. I'll be playing handbells for the funeral, and that will be an honor to do that for her, because she also donated all of our handbells at the church, and so we will be playing for that. I guess that's all. I certainly am glad to see so many people here tonight. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Gretchen, and Mayor Pro Tem Emanuel.
What they said, one of the one of the advantages of being at the end is they cover the ground, so I don't have to say much. But I do want to emphasize what Christy said about the coming election for the school board. If you've been reading the newspapers or Facebook or anywhere else, you know there's a lot of discord and a lot of problems. And I join Christy in thinking that Dr. Williams is the best candidate and someone we really need on the school board. And with that, they already said it, so I'm done.
Thank you, Dave. And I'll give a short report. I want to congratulate the Brookwood Band. I got an email that they were selected to play in the Rose Bowl Parade in 2023. So they will be doing some fundraising, so if anybody's interested in donating to that, I'm sure you can look them up online. And also, last week I had the opportunity I was invited to speak with the Brookwood Student Ambassadors. This is a group of kids that are looking for understanding on how to be civically engaged in the community. And they were a great group of kids. I asked some really awesome questions, and we just talked about how to get out there and be engaged and come to meetings and find out, where you can plug in. So it was a really great conversation that we had. And we had something a little exciting happen. I had my first grandson was delivered on Tuesday. I should have sent Matt some pictures that he could post up there, but of course he is the most beautiful baby in the world. He came in at 8 pounds and he was 12 days early. So we did a little bit of a scramble there, but everybody's home and doing well. And so if you'll keep him and Katie and Jake in your prayers, I would appreciate it. And with that, I will open the floor to public comment. I did have Mrs. Ruth signed up. Is she here tonight? No, okay. Otherwise, we will open the floor to public comment. You can come up and speak. There's 5 minutes on one topic, if you'd like to come up and speak. Oh. Okay, seeing none, I will close public comment and entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
There is a motion to adjourn. Is there a second? Second. There's a motion and a second. All in favor? 6-0, we're done. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Be safe going home.